What the actual hell was that? I have, in my entire life, never seen a game like that. My voice sounds a bit different. I've been dealing with allergies recently. And on top of that, half of my voice is gone from screaming today at the game, obviously. The Kansas City Chiefs, after going down 24-0 to the Houston Texans, come back and win, get this, 51-31. If you're a Texans fan, that is brutal. 51 points against you in a playoff game? I don't care what team you're playing, where it's being played. If your defense gives up 51 points in a playoff game, you got to fix things. But oh wait, yeah, this is Patrick Mahomes we're talking about here, right? I mean, let's be real. He's amazing. Yeah, I mean, the Chiefs win. This is the first time in NFL history that a team trailing by 20 or more in the playoffs has won the game by 20 or more. The Chiefs go down 24-0, and then they end up winning the game by 20 points. What? I mean, it's fucking insane. So, first quarter, Texans get the ball first. They run 6 plays. On the sixth play, Kenny Stills absolutely they burned the Chiefs defense, and he got wide fucking open. There was nobody within a fucking mile of him, and it's the easiest touchdown he'll ever have. So that sucked at first. Extra point is good. 7-0 Texans right away. All right. The Chiefs get the ball. It's a 3-and-out, which, by the way, I think there were 2 drop passes in there. One by Robinson, one by Kelsey. I mean, it was on 3rd and 6. Travis Kelsey dropped a very easy catch, and it would have been first down. But instead, now the Chiefs have to punt it. The Chiefs punt it. The punt gets blocked. The Texans scoop it up, and they take it to the end zone for the touchdown. And so I'm just like, all right, that's on Kelsey. That's on Kelsey right there. If he wouldn't have dropped that damn ball, this wouldn't have happened. And so, I'm pissed off. That's 14-0 Texans right away. And so Chiefs get the ball back, run 6 plays, punt it. Texans get the ball. They run 8 plays. I mean, they're just eating up the entire clock. They end up punting it as well. On the Texans punt to Tyreek Hill, he fucking drops it at the 10-yard line. Fucking fumbles it at the 10-yard line, and the Texans get it back right there. They get another touchdown from it. It's 21-0 Texans in the first quarter. Also in the first quarter, Demarcus Robinson dropped 2 balls. 2 easy throws. Kelsey dropped 1 or 2 more passes. I mean, everybody was dropping these passes. Everybody. These weren't bad throws by Mahomes. They were just straight up dropping these passes. And so, at the end of the first quarter, every possible thing that could have gone wrong for the Chiefs went wrong for the Chiefs. And so, it's 21-0, and we go into the second quarter. I take it back. This is before the second quarter. It's still the first quarter. The Chiefs get the ball. They have a 3-and-out. Give it to the Texans, and they drive, and 31-yard field goal. So it's not 21-0 at the end of the first quarter. It's 24-0 at the end of the first quarter. And so Chiefs are down 24-0, and I'm just thinking, well, how the fuck are we going to overcome this? I never see a team in the playoffs, with the exception of the Falcons in the Super Bowl a few years ago, blow a lead that big. But the problem with the Texans is that they scored all these touchdowns too early. And what that did was piss off Patrick Mahomes. And I think everybody learned today, don't piss off Patrick Mahomes. I think everybody learned that lesson. Don't score too early. It'll piss off Mahomes, and he will burn you back. Because the second quarter starts, McCole Hardman brings it for a 58-yard return. Finally, something goes right for the Chiefs. Then Mahomes throws a 25-yard pass to Travis Kelsey. Actually catches it this time. And then the very next play, a 17-yard pass to Damian Williams for the touchdown. We finally get points. It's 24-7. It's still, though, I mean, they're killing us. It's ridiculous. So after the touchdown, the Chiefs punt it to the Texans. Texans go 3-and-out. They fake the punt. And in my opinion, the MVP of this game, Daniel Sorensen, he made the tackle short of the first down markers. So the Chiefs get a turnover on downs. The Texans don't get it. And what amazes me here is that Bill O'Brien had the balls to run a fake punt, but he didn't have the balls to go for it. I forgot to mention this. To go for it on 4th and 1 in scoring position. I mean, 15 yards away from the touchdown, it was 4th and 1. All you got to do is have Deshaun juke out a few guys and get the first. I mean, it's easy for Watson. I think it could have been a touchdown for the Texans. They could have gone up, however, 33-0. I mean, so Bill O'Brien, he ends up kicking the field goal instead. That's what I forgot to mention. When the Texans had that field goal, it's because they didn't go for it on 4th and 1. So Bill O'Brien has the balls to fake a punt, but he doesn't have the balls to go for it on 4th and 1 in the red zone. It doesn't make any sense to me. Chiefs get the ball back in Texans territory, and on 3 plays, the Chiefs score another touchdown. It's a 5-yard short pass to Travis Kelce from Patrick Mahomes, and it's 24-14. The deficit is only 10 now, and it's only the second quarter. And now I'm thinking, okay, well, what the hell's happening? We're not giving up. We're actually fighting. The Chiefs, they have heart. They got it. They got it in here, and they're not giving up. But that's what happens when you piss Mahomes off. Mahomes doesn't give up. He's going to go out and find ways to score. And so after the touchdown, the Chiefs kick it off, obviously, to the Texans. And, well, things even out. Because now the Texans fumble it on the kickoff return. Guess who forced the fumble? Daniel Sorensen. Like I said, MVP of the game. Thompson recovers it for the Chiefs. And the Chiefs, in 3 plays, score another touchdown. It's another Travis Kelce touchdown, by the way. It's a 6-yard short pass from Patrick Mahomes. And Kelce, with 2 drop passes earlier in the game, has now redeemed himself with 2 touchdown catches from Mahomes. So now we kick it off to the Texans again. They run 6 plays, and they punt it. Patrick Mahomes throws a 20-yard pass to Tyreek Hill. And then the very next play, he scrambled for 21 yards. And so, boom, 40 yards on 2 plays just like that. Patrick Mahomes, 2 plays later, would have another deep pass to Travis Kelce. And now Kelce's just balling at this point. Then Patrick Mahomes scrambles again, has a 14-yard run. 3 plays later, Patrick Mahomes throws a 5-yard touchdown pass to who else but Travis fucking Kelce. The Chiefs are now winning the game before halftime. They didn't turn the game around, my friends. They turned the quarter around. They're down 24-0 at the end of the first quarter. And at halftime, they're winning 28-24. It's absolutely insane what the Chiefs did today. It's absolutely insane. By the way, the Texans Fairbairn missed a 51-yard field goal to end the quarter for the Texans. And so that helped a bit. Third quarter starts. The Chiefs get the ball. They start with the ball. Mahomes throws a 48-yard pass to Sammy Watkins. Huge play. Then he scrambles for 14 yards. Did a lot of scrambling, it feels like, today. But he's hungry. He knows when to do it. 4-yard pass and a 7-yard pass. And then handoff to Damian Williams right into the end zone for the touchdown. Butker did miss the extra point. Don't know how. But the Chiefs get another touchdown. And now they're up by 10 all of a sudden. It's 34-24 Kansas City. And so this has just been a total turnaround for the Chiefs. It's insane. The Texans get the ball. It's a 3-and-out. The Chiefs get the ball back. First play of this drive is a Patrick Mahomes deep pass to Travis Kelce for 28 yards. Then a Sammy Watkins 14-yard run. A couple penalties that help the Chiefs here and there. And then Damian Williams, with his second rushing touchdown of the day, runs it right up the middle for 5 yards, gets the touchdown. And so Butker did get the extra point this time. And so the Chiefs, my friends, after being down 24-0, have now scored 41 unanswered points. Down 24-0, now up 41-24. The first quarter really felt like a joke, and it felt like everything was going to go wrong for the Chiefs in that game and that we had no chance of coming back. But like I said, they didn't just turn the game around. They turned just that one quarter around, and they just completely took over the game. And so also, I forgot to mention, at this point, the Chiefs have 41 points in the game. That is more points than they have scored in any other game this entire season. The most points they scored this season was 40, once against the Jaguars and once against the Raiders. So 41 is now the most points that they have scored this season in a game, and it's a playoff game. After being down 24-0, give the Texans the ball back. They have a couple of big plays. Defense is a little bit iffy. I do want to note that Chris Jones did not play today. That's huge for the Chiefs, because he's a big player. Without him, the defense was a little. They were still great. They still played great, but they weren't as dominant as they have been. And I say that's because of Chris Jones, and also because Deshaun Watson is a hard motherfucker to tackle. He just runs all around, and I mean he's the Derrick Henry of quarterbacks. He's hard to tackle. So, Texans, they get a touchdown. Finally, after having 41 points scored against them in a row, they finally get another touchdown back, and it is 41-31. They're within 10. They kick off the ball to the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes throws a 23-yard pass to Travis Kelce. Surprise, surprise. A 13-yard pass to McCole Hardman. A 28-yard pass to Sammy Watkins. And a short 8-yard pass for our second tight end, Blake Bell, who found the end zone for the touchdown. And extra point is good. 48-31. Kansas City is in the lead. Fourth quarter starts. The Texans have the ball. They run 6 plays. Go for it on fourth down. Can't convert. It's a turnover on downs. Kansas City gets the ball back. They run 7 plays, getting within field goal range. Butker hits a 24-yarder. 51-31. We're winning by 20 points now. 20 fucking points. After being down 24, we are now up by 20. How the fuck does that even happen? This is going to be one of those games that's just going to be on the replays for the next couple decades. I mean, it's insane. This is the kind of game that you're not going to see again for a long time, ladies and gentlemen. It really is remarkable what the Chiefs pulled off today. The Texans get the ball back, run 9 plays, go for it on fourth down, fail to convert. It's a turnover on downs. The Chiefs get the ball back, a 3 and out. They're just killing clock at this point. Texans get the ball back, run 13 plays, make it 68 yards, but they do fail on fourth down. Again, it's a turnover on downs, and with just like that, the Chiefs kneel it, victory formation, and they take the win. 51-31. 51 points in a playoff game. I don't even know what to say. I literally was left speechless during so many points of this game. When we went down 24-0, I was speechless. When we come back and we take the lead at halftime, and then we end up winning the game by 20 points after being down by 24 points. But huge lesson to be learned today, not only for NFL teams, but for NFL fans as well. Never count Patrick Mahomes out of the game, ever. What he did today was special. It's one of those things that has never been done before. The Chiefs, this is the first time in playoff history that a team trails by 20 or more points and then ends up winning by 20 or more points. If you would have told me when we were down 24-0 that the Chiefs would go on and score 51 points, I would have told you to lay off the fucking acid, right? I'm just totally left speechless, Chiefs Kingdom. It's incredible. I was not feeling good after the first quarter, but by halftime everything was all right. And this Chiefs team it's so incredible this year. So what next? What next? The Chiefs make it back to the AFC Championship, and because the Ravens lost yesterday, the Chiefs are hosting the AFC Championship. And I'll have you know, this is the 60th season of the Kansas City Chiefs. For the first 58 years of this franchise, they have never hosted an AFC or AFL title game, ever. And now, this is the second straight year that they will be hosting it. It is absolutely remarkable what this team has become. With Patrick Mahomes, Steve Spagnuolo in the defense, this team is incredible to watch. What do I think will happen next week? I don't know what's going to happen next week, but I can tell you one thing that I do think will happen. I think the Chiefs are going to get more sacks on Tannehill than they did against Deshaun Watson, because unlike Watson, Tannehill isn't very capable of juking out people left and right and making something out of nothing all the time. I think the Chiefs are very more capable of getting to Tannehill and actually sacking him once they get there. And if we get Chris Jones back next week, well, that's huge. And here's the thing. We play the Tennessee Titans. So we host the Tennessee Titans at Arrowhead Stadium next Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Winner goes to the Super Bowl. This is the closest that any of my teams have been to a championship. Well, since the Chiefs last year when we were 3 inches away from making the Super Bowl. Thank you, D. Ford, for that. And then the year before that, the Lightning were 1 game away from the Stanley Cup final. But you know what? It's time to turn ship. I think it's time, right? It's been 50 years exactly since the Kansas City Chiefs have last made it to the big game, and they are very due for a return. Derrick Henry is a fucking U-Haul truck of a human being. Nobody can fucking stop that guy. He's absolutely insane. And I do expect him to run all over the defense next week. However, can he keep up with Patrick Mahomes? It's really going to be about I don't really know. This is going to be a very, very interesting title game. What I don't like about it is how the Chiefs seem to always lose to the Titans. And I said this in my Titans recap earlier this year. The Chiefs always lose to the Titans. We lost to them in the 2017 wildcard game, but that was a completely different Chiefs team, let's be real. We still had a Bob Sutton defense. We still had Eric Berry, Justin Houston, those guys. Alex Smith was still our quarterback, for God's sake. No, that was an awful game, and it was a completely different Chiefs team. The season before that wild card game, we lost to them in the regular season by a Ryan Suckup game-winning 50-some yard field goal, something ridiculous that he didn't even think he was going to make. This year, we lose to them again by some bullshit that the Chiefs never do, and that is muffle a field goal. Have a game-winning field goal blocked, and having a fumble return for a touchdown. Those are all things that happened against the Chiefs last time we played the Titans, and I don't expect that all to happen again this next Sunday. But it is just crazy to think, as a Chiefs fan, that if we win next week, we are in the goddamn Super Bowl. In the time that I have watched sports, ladies and gentlemen, which has been, I'll say, 7 or 8 years, I've never seen any of my teams in the championship. And let's be real, not a lot of people do when they've only been watching sports for that long. But, even growing up, the only championship appearance that any of my teams have made is the Tampa Bay Rays in 2008. And that is around the time when I had just first moved to Tampa, so I wasn't even really a full-on Rays fan at that point. In my 17 years on this planet, I have never seen any of my teams in a championship, well, other than the Rays. But I was like 6 years old. Come on, I'm not a diehard fan at 6 years old. But if the Chiefs make it, then I don't even know what to say, fellas. I really hope it happens. I really hope it happens. And I am a bit worried about the Titans because let's be real, they take down the reigning champions in their house. That's the Patriots. Next week they go into the Super Bowl favorites' house, which is the Baltimore Ravens, and they completely shut them down. They just dominate them the whole game. And so these are gonna be some tough motherfuckers to take down. It's not gonna be easy for the Chiefs. But Andy Reid, is his time to make a Super Bowl is long overdue. And he deserves it so much, really. People say, oh, Reid will never win a Super Bowl. Well, Reid's never had an elite quarterback until now. Now he has Patrick Mahomes. This is what Andy Reid has been waiting for. We're in the Final Four, ladies and gentlemen. If the Chiefs win next week, we are in the Super Bowl. And I've had a few people ask me, if the Chiefs make the Super Bowl, will you be there? Miami's a 5-hour drive, 1-hour plane flight. Fuck yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, and I'll vlog it too, just for you guys. For the 5 of you that actually care about me and my videos, better root for the Chiefs this weekend because I'm going to bring you some fire Super Bowl content from Miami if we do win and move on to the big game. With that being said, let's go Chiefs, baby. I will see you next week, hopefully in a positive video for the AFC Championship. Peace out.